All right, so we're recording now. So I guess, so we thank you ladies for coming in. I guess what we're trying to do now is illustrate some of the things that you guys have been able to pick up during Adobe Academy. I know a couple of weeks ago you took us through how you are able to use Omniture to reflect some of the test results that you are delivering through Optimisely and Red-Eye. So yeah, take us through what you guys were trying to look at and show us what you did to try to get there.
So we were setting up experiment IDs for the A/B test that we're running through Optimisely, so we can look at the analytics in Omniture. So setting up a segment for the control and the variant, and then we can drag in various different metrics to see how they perform. So we created new segments. The first one, if we set up the BBY progress bar variant, and to create the segment, we need to drag in multivariant MVT, which is P71.
Yep.
And then that needs to, so we show visits, and MVT contains, the experiment ID is
1 second.
So
It contains. It's probably worth saying that we needed Red-Eye to provide the experiment IDs they gave us for the control and the variant and the overall ID.
Okay.
So to set up each of the segments, we need to put in the overall experiment ID, and then for the control, we have a second control ID, and for the variation, we have a different ID, and then it kind of drags both in. So experiment ID for both is 824 294 8038.
8038. Cool.
And add another container. So it needs to also include the control ID, which is same again.
So these are containers are just like your additional conditions, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So the control ID is 825.
Oh, we're doing the variant for this one.
Is it variant?
Yeah.
Variant ID is 824.
Yeah.
891.
891.
3200.
3200.
I think that's it.
Okay. Save that.
And then what Chris showed us last time is if you drag the segment in, you can just change the parameters slightly, so it saves you a bit of time.
Or if you create if you create
I missed a step. If you create a new segment first, and then you drag the variant in.
So while we're creating a new segment?
So we're doing so this will be for the control, so we can compare the two against each other.
So the experiment ID was basically, this was my test.
Yeah.
So this might have been a new progress bar test or whatever it might be, for example.
Yeah.
The first segment you created was to identify your target group of customers with that ID.
Yeah.
This is essentially taking the same experiment ID, so just bringing and copying that over, and then changing the cell number or the selection group number to just bring in the control customers. Is that
exactly,
right?
yeah. Right.
So I'll just title this one.
And then you only need to change P71.
The bottom one,
the bottom P71, yeah.
Cool.
So that should be 825
825
153
153
1975.
1975. Cool. Save that.
And now we can have a go at dragging them in to see
the bump here.
Right, yeah.
Variant, and I get the control next to it.
We actually set up the funnels, didn't we, to have a look at.
And are we going to add?
BBY.
There you go.
That's it. And then, so if you drag in BBY funnel step 1, if it's
we have
available.
Visits and
yeah, you're right. You need visits and.
Okay.
And then, if you can drag in your funnel to just demonstrate how we could look at them. So if you've got it in there, it's BBY. Yeah. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
So these are all the steps of the quote and buy journey, so we can look at how people travelled through the variant and the control to see how they differ.
Yeah. And then this is obviously for your test period as well. So then we just need to change it to when the test was running and all that sort of stuff as well. Okay.
So next one.
We got step 2, yeah. And then we learned that really cool thing about how to visualize it, which was you go to the little settings wheel. I think it's at the top.
Oh yeah. Is this wasn't it? This one. Calculate totals based on all the rows.
Yeah.
So then for this one we can see how many people have completed and moved through to the next.
So it makes it into a funnel.
Brilliant.
Nice.
So it's not showing anything because it's set to this month, isn't it? Is that
test
we'll
kind of gone now?
So when was the test?
So I think it started Okay.
Sweet.
Got numbers coming through. Oh, there we go. It's hiding.
so many
So there's
steps?
6,
Yeah.
is it?
7. So 7 is the purchase page, so we can see how many people actually converted and bought a policy.
Sweet. So then is the conversion rate of the entire test, irrespective as to all the steps in between, which is also important, I guess, is just that 1185 from the variant, so your test or your target segment out of this population of 34,000 that were picked up for that experiment. Is that right?
When we usually look at conversion rate, I don't know if this is what you mean, we usually look at the sales by leads. Is that what you do to compare again and then work that out for the two and compare them against each other? Would you do that? Or?
I would take a look at it straight from the top because your total which is the same amount anyway, isn't it? 34,423.
Yeah.
35,062, 35,062. It would just be whoever's been selected for the test.
Yeah.
Right, okay. What do they do?
Yeah.
So let's say if they don't go on to step 2, then the reason why you'd still have that level of granularity was, did I present something to them at the gate, which made them, or not made them, could start the journey anyway.
Yeah.
Because the way we like to think about conversion is response. So whether or not they responded to something that was put in front of them, and then actual sale, which is the final conversion. Does that make sense? So you can actually calculate statistical significance on both the response and the sale.
Does that make sense?
Because I think when we start moving down into personalization and targeting and all that sort of stuff, it becomes a science in itself to actually present the right type of message to the right audience. So thus you start. Cool. Okay. So this
is kind of our first attempt at looking at the data for the control against the variant for this one. I guess there's the opportunity for our phase 2 to look at the data in more detail. Look at the different types of people that are progressing through potentially.
Because we can take a look at any one of these sorts of metrics and segments, right? We can bring in geolocation, all that sort of stuff, see if it has some sort of impact on any of the funnel as well. What did you find? How did you find the whole experience anyway? Because I think we brought up this as an opportunity of something you guys can take a look at, and then you guys surprised us and said, look, we've given it a crack. What worked well? What was a bit more difficult to get your head around, or was it all pretty straightforward?
I think it was good to sit together and work through it together, and we just sussed everything out that way. So at first it took us a while to figure out how to do the kind of funnel view, but we went back to one of Chris's old funnels and just looked at the settings and then replicated that. I think that's what we did.
Nice.
So that just like digging around to find it, and then once you've done it that way, you don't really forget it, do you? Because you've figured it out yourself.
Nice.
And that was
It was a good team effort, really, wasn't it?
It
I
was,
think
yeah,
on our own it might have been a bit tricky to work it out, but
stuck out.
yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We'll leave it there.